I've got a 10 millimeter deep well, a 10 millimeter shallow, and a 7 millimeter with a couple extensions and a screwdriver. This should be about all you need to replace the battery and the aux. First thing we're going to do is take off the main battery. Now there is a little clip behind the positive cable on the lip of the battery. This one's already been replaced, so the clip didn't even catch on, but this is the little clip right here that you have to get a little screwdriver behind to pop that off from the lip of the battery. And once you got that free and out of the way, you can get your handles up. Whoop, missing a step already. Down here is the foot that holds the battery in, and that's also a 10 millimeter. I'll put the link to this ratchet in the video. This thing is a lifesaver. It's a Milwaukee 3/8 M12 3/8 ratchet. Now you can get your handles. These are about 50 pounds, so watch your back. And now the easy part is done. Next part is, this is the fuse box, or the PDC, the power distribution unit. You're gonna pull your cover off. And there's these 4 bolts up here that hold the fuse box down to the connectors. And you just want to loosen these all up. Again, this was a 7 millimeter. These actually hold connectors down below this lid. Those need to loosen up some more yet. Once you get those loose, there's 4 clips. There's 2 on this side right here and 2 on the back side. Just want to hop up on these real gentle like. These are still connected. And that is free. This is going to be a pain in your butt. So I'm just going to put a bungee cord to hold this up out of the way. And then your connectors are going to come out. That. And then there's two 10-meter bolts. I believe they're 10-meter bolts. Yeah, those are the 10-millimeter. Now with those two nuts off, the whole tray should pop right up out of here. Oh, I lied, there's one more. There's a 7-millimeter screw bolt right there. So two 10-millimeter nuts and that one 7-millimeter screw. Now the tray will come out okay. This is what happens when you do it in the garage. Set that off to the side. And now that we got this done, now that you have your tray out of there, there's a few 10-millimeter bolts. There's two right down here in the front, and there's one back here, and there's one back over here off the side. It's kind of hard to see. Again, this is on a 21 Gladiator, so it might be a little bit different than what you have. But we want to pull these loose. This and there is the aux battery. Buried way underneath.
You can get right.
Yep.
That's it.
All right. And to start with this, back to our 10-millimeter. Take that off the ground. Pull the cover on the positive. that, and now these things are a nuisance. But now you can get in here and grab a hold of the battery. All right. Now the new battery doesn't have any studs in it, so we're going to pause. The post switched out from the old battery to the new battery. It's an E6 or a 4mm if you're at a pinch. We'll work on these two. So we're about ready to drop this back in the hole. Now we got to get a positive lead back on. Get my nut started. From here on out, it's pretty much just reverse of what we've already done. So they're good and snug. We got our negative back on here. Nut started.
Something deep inside.
All right, cover that back up. Now we'll get our tray back down in here. We got the tray back installed in here. Now it's time to get our PDC box tray back in. And there's these two studs you have to line this up onto. You get it wrapped around the wires. All right, we got the tray back in, so now we got to get the 7mm bolt back in here. I'm going to wait to tighten that up. And we got two 10mm nuts. And switch over to the 7mm. Don't want to over tighten any of those. Just hold these in place. Now we get these. Get all of these guys back in place. All of these pop out when you get them out. There's little clips that they go right back in. Just make sure they're all nice and snug and all straight. And then this goes right back over the top. Line up your tabs. Down until they all click. And then I like to start these by hand because they're into plastic. And because they're going into plastic, I don't like using power tools on these. I like to feel. And you'll feel them pulling up on the bottom. Just snug. You don't want to over tighten any of these. All right. Now we can replace our cover. Down here in the battery tray, unless you have the max tow package, you're going to have this little guy right here. I'm going to pull this out of here because I'm going to replace the battery with an H7, which is a little bit longer, but will still fit in here. You just got to pull this little piece out and throw it away. All right, we're going to put our foot back down here. Don't worry. And now we gotta hook our positive up. Negative. That is the aux battery. Now we test. And we are charging, and there are no extra lights on the dash.